Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
That's
How's
great.
it
Oh,
going?
all good. The day is good. So, how is it for you?
It was okay. It was good so far.
Perfect. I think we are meeting for the very first time. So, let me introduce myself quickly. So, I'm Ramya and I'm from Delhi. So, I work as a teacher in a school here in Delhi. And I've been in this profession for almost like 5 years now. And I like what I'm doing. And I'm quite free in the evenings. So, I just thought I'll use my time productively. So, I'm here with Clapping.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
So, a little bit about yourself, if I may
Sure.
ask.
My name is Kumar Ravish, and I have been working for a company for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I thought to join Clapingo just to improve my communication. So that is it.
That's great. Okay. All right. So, let's begin with today's session. I hope you went through the session document.
I just took a look at it. So yeah.
Okay. So, it's all about ads, advertisements, right? All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, is there any particular advertisement that you remember that has, shocked you to an extent?
There are many. If I talk about all Indian ads, they're all, most of them are nonsense, I would say, and they're irrelevant and talking something which is perhaps not logical. And I remember like one of those advertisements, like "आपके Colgate में नमक है," and which I mean they keep on adding some few ingredients, which perhaps do not look possible by in any case, right? Sometimes they're adding mint to it. Sometimes they're adding charcoal. Sometimes they're adding perhaps the namak and whatnot. So I don't know. I mean, how far these advertisements are logical, but they're making impact on viewers' mind, and somehow they're able to sell their products and advertise them. So again, they're able to make their presence felt amongst the customers, and somehow they're able to sell those products. So no matter if it is logical, if it is not, so if you are able to make your impression felt before your clients, customers, whatever you call it, so as long as you are able to do it, you are done with your jobs. What do you think? I mean, how today's advertisements, or if I talk about 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or even 10 years ago, uh, does it make any sense to you?
Not really. Some of them were very absurd, I should say. I still remember, how a soap ad, a mere soap can, the way they portray like what a soap can do is utter stupidity. I mean, a soap is there just to like make you feel clean. It doesn't do wonders like what they
Right.
show on the ad. So yeah, I was too young to understand them, when they came out. But
Hmm.
then, it all made sense only, after a point of time when I was able to analyze these ads, properly, because they add so many elements to it. They add a music, they bring in some famous actor or actress to like be the model there for the product. But so we only look at that, and we just go blindly because there is someone there who has who we like endorsing the product for us. But only when we look into the
Absolutely.
nuances of it, we are able to understand how stupid it was, and you know how stupid we were to even
Yes.
believe that something like that could even happen in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, and the things are like, if I talk about the products based advertisements, because there are so many products which are so called expensive, or which commoners are unable to buy them up, right? So talk about
Right.
Mercedes, talk about this BMW and
Mm.
iPhones, and all those costlier products which are available in the market. I mean, their sense is, look little. I mean, it makes sense, right? So those advertisements are something which perhaps you can take a look at it. It makes sense. It impacts your buying behavior, right? And then
Right.
somehow it allures your it'll present so many other things, like when we talk about the features, when we talk about their technology and so many other things. It'll definitely attract you, and those products make sense. But there are certain target market wherein the commoners like we, or say people who are middle class, right? So the companies are making fool out of us, right?
Right.
They're advertising like anything. It makes no sense. I mean, whatever they like, they do it, right? And it'll promise you to have n number of ingredients, n number of protein, vitamins, or whatnot, and
True.
they actually are not there on the projects, right? So if you go in detail analysis, or perhaps if you take out certain other if there is a technical team goes there, right, and then find out what are the ingredients, they'll find so many contamination, or so many product ingredients which are actually not present. So the
Right.
things are that, I mean, we do not have regulatory body against them in India, especially. There's nobody to control, right? And then, I mean, that's again a, I mean, if it is being religiously taken care of, I think
Hmm.
most of the advertisements would have banned in India. But
Absolutely.
actually, I mean, I don't know. I mean, things are taken
Hmm.
not very seriously. They take it leniently, and they project whatever they want, and they let the people buy their products, no matter if it makes sense to you or not.
Right.
So
They basically
this is
take
what happened.
advantage of the commoners' ignorance, and they try to make the best use of that ignorance to their advantage. So that's how they make profits, I believe.
Right, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. So apart from like a shocking ad or a funny ad that we come across, there's always something that makes an ad memorable. However old we turn, we never forget some ads, right? So is there any particular ad that you still remember, even though it's been ages since you watched that ad?
Yeah, I remember that Nirma ad. I mean, there is a story behind it, right? I'm sure that you would aware of this story. Yeah. So the Nirma ad is, again, I mean, I think it's 20 years old now, and even before that, when we had black and white television, and we were watching
Hmm.
ads like some movies are going, are going on. So those are, I mean, that particular. If I talk about that particular ad, it recalls so many things. It recalls your memories associated with that advertisement, right? And that looks really I mean, that still looks great. I mean, that's not something that which is making fool out of you. So that ad I remember, and there were so many others as well. I mean, but which I remember at this point in time is that Nirma ad.
Right.
Do you
Okay.
remember any?
I usually remember the ads just for the jingles or the music that they associate along with with the advertisements. So I always remember the Britannia ones, the very mild, and that the tone that comes along with advertising any Britannia product for that matter. That's something
Okay.
that I always remember. But apart from that, I think I don't know. I don't remember much from my childhood. I don't know.
Okay.
For some reason, I mean, nothing has been, nothing is registered. But this Britannia one, the the music that comes along with it, that's something that I can never forget. And I still, it plays in my mind every time I look at a Britannia product. That music automatically plays in my mind. So that's something that has always been memorable for me. Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right. So, have you guys started schools like you go physically and take classes, or they're all
Yeah, yeah.
online?
Yeah,
Oh,
so actually we started physical school from the month of August. So August, September, October, it was fine. Again, November, December, the third wave, like Jan, we were offline. Sorry, we were online. And then again, from Feb 1st, we went back offline. So it's been like 3 months of online, 3 months of offline, 3 months of online. It's been like that. But hopefully, I think we do not have any more of this cropping up now and then and
but
stopping.
did you not hear that? I mean, the fourth wave is expected to reach us very shortly.
Oh
Did
God,
you hear about the news round?
yeah, I did hear a little bit about it, and I did watch some news or read some articles that said that it's going to be worse than the second wave. But I don't know how far that is true, because I think all of us at some point or the other have already contracted the virus, and we've been to that stage where I think it's not going to get worse. I mean, I am hopeful of it. But yeah, we never know. There have been people in my circle who've got it, twice. And I don't know when and how this is going to end, but it's too tiring already.
It's perennial, you know. I mean, it'll not stop as easily as we expect. It'll keep on
Hmm.
happening. There are a lot of variants will coming up with a lot of strands. You know, there will be a say there will be a minor change to it, and it'll
Hmm.
keep on coming. And no matter how many, what kind of vaccinations are you developing within your laboratory, and then what all experiments that you're doing. But this, you know, the best worst part of it is that it'll keep on happening. You know, if I talk about the articles, the scientists, and so many other doctors and all.
Right.
So let's see how that happens, how things unfold. But apart from that vaccination and all, we have certain other things that are happening all around the world, which attracts our attention, and that's also not
Yeah.
something very good. So don't know what is happening in this world, and
Yeah.
how things are going to really develop.
Shape up. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if it's definitely not good, whatever is happening. And we are already dealing with a pandemic, and to top it all, this is not something that we
Yes,
expected at this point of time. And I don't know, people can be a lot more compassionate, I believe, like not at this time at least. And people should show that compassion. We need, I don't know, this is not the time for all this. We have so much going on around us, and this is just an added strain to the rest. Again, I strongly wish and
absolutely.
hope that things end. And no, we've people are losing lives, and it's just that if one more country gets involved, then this is going to be a world war, and we know who's who's like
Yes.
on the verge of it. So not now, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
It's sad to see people losing lives. It's not very easy, because for we teach children in schools to not have grudge against each other, to we don't we go on to an extent where we tell our children, like, do not use the word hate. Hate is too strong a word, so try, you
Right.
might have differences amongst your peers, but avoid using the word hate. It's too strong a word. But then when children come back to us asking, ma'am, what do you say now? Like, you see what's happening, and don't you think that is hate? Don't you think that's even worse? So we are trying to teach them something, and when the world functions in the complete opposite way, we become speechless. We don't know what to tell children. Like, there's no hope. Like, what do we tell children? Well, so
Right.
and they are much more informed than us, so it's not like we can lie or we can get away with it. And they don't
Right.
leave you until they get an answer from you.
Right.
And the times they want to hear what they want to. It's not like we can try and surpass it. It never happens like that. So,
So let me hear from you. What class do you teach? I mean, ninth, 10th, or perhaps
yeah, I handle
junior.
8, 9, and 10.
So they are mature enough. They'll ask you a number of questions, and
Yeah,
because of their inquisitiveness, they'll ask you as many questions as possible. And you
absolutely.
said you said very rightly that you cannot you know um, change their mind by giving any excuses, or you cannot mold those sentences, because they are smart enough, and they have technology in place, and they every now and then, if you say something else, they'll find something else, so they'll perhaps contradict you the very next day.
Yeah.
So this is not the truth that you're explaining to us. So yeah, that's kind of challenge. The teachers
Yeah.
does actually, because nowadays we are into an era where the technology and awareness and the knowledge are to an extent where you cannot fake anything, right? So we have so many
Mm,
of proofs available. So if you say something which are again a contradictory to your words, so then it's again a problem for the teachers. So
yeah, we have to
yeah,
face the
advantage, disadvantage.
racket. Yeah.
But when we didn't have the source of information, like whatever teachers are saying, that's 100% correct. Books could be wrong, but teachers couldn't be. So those were
Yeah.
the things which we were having at our time when we were at schools.
Correct.
So whatever
Mm,
teachers are saying, then you have to blindly follow them and support. So
mm.
at certain point in time, the books could be wrong. So but now, now, like, when I think about the teachers, I
Tables
mean,
have
that's
turned.
something you have to be updated all the time, be it anything. You
Mm.
you have to you cannot fake anything. But yeah,
All right, it was great talking to you. I think the call is almost gonna get cut. So it was great talking to you, and you're doing very
same
well.
here.
So please keep doing whatever you're doing, and thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you, thank you. Same here. Bye
Yeah.
bye.